we're excited to preview the new dashboard for Zoneware. Okay, from the sign-in screen, the first thing you're going to see is the dashboard. So uh, I have 3 stores set up in my profile right now. I'll go to the Athens store, and then under specify, I can go today, which would be real-time data, yesterday, or I can specify date. So I'm just going to go yesterday, and here is what Athens, Ohio looked like yesterday. The first square you see, first pie you see is net sales. Your mobile tickets being right here, your in-store tickets being here, and your desktop tickets. So all of this is online, and you see we had about 49% of our business come through in-store. That means we were over 50% with our net sales coming from online orders. Order types, pickup and delivery. We don't really do dine-in Athens. Here's one of about 3 numbers that I want you to ignore right now. This franchise average is a work in progress. What it's going to show ultimately is the average of all stores for whatever period you're looking at. But for now, we're still working on the integrity of that data. This is your total sales right here, 1205.90 in this case. Come down here and it just lets you look at sales by time of day. The Athens store opens at 4 p.m. So really from 4 to 5, we only did $53 in sales. Then you see the dinner from 5 p.m. to 12, portion of our sales here. And then late night, after midnight till close, you see the sales we did there. Here is the labor cost based on all the employees that were logged in. You have to have your Zoneware user profiles updated with each employee's correct hourly rate for this to give you a number that is accurate. So it's only as good as what you have in your Zoneware. And this is cool, the top 5 products that we sold yesterday. 36 Roni zones, and you see the rest. Okay, if I wanted to flip over, I could take a look at Columbus. Same thing, and same information right there. Alrighty, so we're going to move to the next thing to look at, and it's under reports. We're going to go to coupons. Okay, when you go to coupons, it's important to understand in this section that it is really only capturing right this second online ordering only. Now, this is a work in progress. We wanted to have it done by today. We don't. We expect very soon to have this number that you will see on the coupon report to report in-store and online as a combined number. So, if I look at all stores, I don't know, let's use April 20th. That was the date that I know that we had a lot of coupons used. If I hit that and hit generate, you see how fast things are here. It shows all the coupons that were used in the different stores. So if I just wanted to drill down on one store, I would see I had 60 of these. I'd probably bring your own buds coupon code there. Okay, and the next tab here, graphic report. Really, we're not sure we're going to keep this. If I were to go yesterday, it's not really going to give me that valuable information. If you have multiple stores, that's what the idea was here. But right now, the graphic report tab is not something that you need to worry about using. Okay, moving forward to net daily sales. The purpose of this report is just to give you net sales only for whatever reason you may need it. So if I were to pick a store, Morgantown, and I say I wanted to see the daily sales through yesterday, I would hit generate and it shows me each day and the net sales. And obviously I could export this to Excel if I needed to manipulate it any further. So one thing that is something you could use is you could check compare with last year box and then hit generate. So it tells me um, the date of my net sales last year as well as my net sales this year. So for example, August 1st, last year we had $1,800 in sales. Net sales this year, 2379. And this is another one that the graphic report, this one works, so it's pretty self-explanatory as what it does there. All right, so that's that. Let's go to sales per store. All right, sales per store. I could start with all stores for yesterday, and it's pretty straightforward. That's showing me the stores that are in my profile now. Let's say I just had Athens. That shows me Athens store just for yesterday. All right, something pretty cool here is you can go to graphic report. And I guess should say it's cool if you have multiple stores, but this is very usable even if you're just looking at one store. So across all three stores, it gives you these different data points, probably scanned down to right here. For yesterday, this is how many tickets I had in each of the three stores. This was our net sales. Clearly Morgantown was king yesterday. These were the total tickets per store. Now, for those of you, which the majority of you that'll just be looking at one store, same information, you just got one store to look at as far as this report is made. Alrighty, the next report is sales comparison. So this is pretty much exactly what it sounds like, but what's cool is it allows you to compare specific periods. So you know how year over year days fall on different dates. So the 16th of August is not necessarily the same day this year as it was last year. So here's what we can do. Real quick, I want to show you a way that we'd use this. And to do that, let's just pick out a store. We'll say Morgantown. And the current period I'm worried about is last week. So I have that August 7th through the 13th. Now, and this is much easier to use. You can just hit this little drop down box and pick your year. So last year, that would have been August 8th. And change this to 2016 through August 14th. So if I hit go, it's going to give me a comparison of the period. So what it's saying is the current period, I had almost 18,000 in sales. The prior period, a little over 13,000 in sales, up 33%. Then it also compares all your other data points as well. Have a second tab on the sales comparison, so you can go to last year comparison. So with this one, we'll use Columbus, and this is actually comparing the exact same day. So let's just take, I don't know, New Year's Eve. That's always the 31st, so we'll go to New Year's Eve, 12/31/2016, and it's going to compare it to the exact day the prior year, which would have been 2015. So for New Year's Eve last year, 3,800 in sales. The year prior to that, we were 2,700. So once again, this compares the exact day and doesn't take into consideration the day of the week. It's just the exact day is what this tab does for you. Okay, moving on to labor. All right, two tabs here. The first tab here for labor Just pick a store, Athens, yesterday, go, tells me everybody that worked, and I had 37.68% labor as compared to my sales. Pick another store, do the same thing, yesterday, go. Gosh, my labor is high. 39.8 yesterday in Columbus. It is summertime, and we are staffing up with new employees that we're training, so I would say that's why the labor is higher than we want it. The other tab, half hour labor, is a work in progress. So I would ask that you not spend too much time with this right now. It is returning results, but we do have some issues with the integrity of the data on this, but ultimately it will give you your half hour information. Actually, I think it's giving you the same information that you get on Zoneware Desktop, but we found some data integrity issues there that we're working through, specifically with day drivers. So don't use this tab right now. Okay, moving on to products. Hey, this is one of the most exciting tabs that we have, and Ash and Eduardo, our program, have done some really good work here with the product report. So if we take Athens, for example, and we'll look at all menu groups, and we want, let's just say yesterday, and hit go. Wow, that's fast. It gives me all the different categories. Now you can drill down, see the little plus, so it tells me that the top selling calzone yesterday in Athens was Roni Zones. We sold 36 of them, descending order from there. Okay, I can drill down on salads, wings, whatever you want. It tells you what we're selling. So how many fountain drinks did we sell in Athens yesterday? I'll go to drinks and go down, and we really suck. We only sold 4. So students are not back. We don't have much dine-in customers right now. So same thing for other stores. Columbus, if I wanted to do yesterday, you see the drill down. You can download this to Excel and manipulate it any way you want. Okay, let's go over to another exciting report, which is the modifier report. This is pulling a ton of data. Basically, it's pulling the use of the ingredients in anything that we do. So if I'm on Athens and I go yesterday and I hit go, well, pretty fast. But this, let me warn you, the modifier report can take a few seconds to run compared to other things. Basically, this is telling me that I had 9 servings of green peppers used throughout my business day yesterday. I went through a total of 155 side sauces, 109 marinara cups. Hook It Up. See, we've been wanting to know how we're doing with Hook It Up. You can drill down on that and see, exactly what our sales were with each modifier. You can download this to Excel. This is one of the more exciting things that we have that really help you manage your business better as far as what products and what ingredients you are using. And you can just use all and then drill down from there, or if you just know exactly what you want to go to, you could just pick one thing and go from there. Sometimes it might take a second. Like I said, this is gathering a bunch of information. Alrighty, and the last tab we're going to talk about is half-hour reports, and really excited about what we have here to show you. Half hour. Let's start with. We can go Athens store. We can say for yesterday and hit go. And basically this shows me the half hours, sales, um, and delivery. So what this, don't get this confused with the labor report. This is telling you how many delivery, dine-in, pickup, and total sales you had by half hour, pretty much at your fingertips. And you can just zip through if you have multiple stores, whatever store you want to see. So this is a good one to download to Excel, and you can sort it and find out really quickly, a drill down by half hour of what you have. Probably my favorite thing in all of the new dashboard is the hourly sales graph. Gosh, I love this. Okay, this actually graphs out your sales. So you have two data points you care about. Net sales is a total net sales. Delivery is a part of this net sales. So you don't add these two together. But so that's one key thing I wanted you to understand. The second thing is just understanding how to read the graph. So this is yesterday for Columbus. You read it moving forward. So Columbus actually opened at 5 o'clock, which is 1700 hours. These numbers are from 17 to 18. So 17 is 5 o'clock in military time. This would be from 5 to 6. This would be from 1800 to 1900, which would be from 6 to 7, and so forth and so on. The peak sales time for us yesterday in Columbus was 11 till 12 o'clock, and we had that much in total sales. 120 of it was delivery. So if I go to Athens for the same period, you'll actually see now the students are not back in Athens, Columbus either. Our peak period was 7 p.m., which is 1900. From 7 to 8, we sold $248, $122 of that was delivery. And if I look at Morgantown, students are back in Morgantown. They maxed out at $618 in sales from 11 o'clock till 12 o'clock, and had another big little bump there, $400 in sales from 2 a.m. till 3 a.m. This is a wonderful tool to manage your business with. Probably the favorite tool on the dashboard. You can also go over a period of time. So if I wanted to look for the entire week, let's just take last week. This shows me, wow, this is fast. I'm excited about this. This shows me for the entire week, between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. is my peak sales time. That's in Morgantown. If I wanted to look at Athens, same thing, just hit go. Students are not back, so we're not having the bar rushes. So really, our biggest time, if you take the whole week, is from 7 to 8 o'clock right now. Closely behind that is 10 to 11 o'clock. That's going to change the students return to us. Okay, I just changed the dates real quickly to relive the glory days of last fall. So this is Block Party in Athens, Halloween weekend, usually one of our biggest sales days. So when I go to worry about how we're going to staff for this year, this is real handy to look at last year. And we see we did almost $1,700 between 1 and 2 a.m. Okay, so this is in half hours on the hourly sales graph page. Love this report. Hopefully you will too. All right, next tab is hourly report by day. So the next two are generally similar information, but this is hourly. The other one is half hourly. So in this particular case, we'll take Athens, and what we can do in this is pick out a bunch of days. So this is where we could say, I want to look at all Mondays or Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So let's just take Athens for this period, and we're going to look at Saturdays. So I'm going to look at July 22nd. After that would be July 29th, would be the next Saturday. Sorry, I'm so slow here. There it is. The 29th right there. And then we got the 5th. And then we have the 12th. So what this is going to do is pull up my hourly sales for each one of the 4 intervals or 4 different dates that I've specified. Alright, so I hit go, and really excited about how fast these reports run since all the information is already in the cloud. So this basically tells me for each one of these periods what my sales were, and this once again could be just a great staffing tool for you to use. The half hour is basically the same report. It's just giving you half hours, and you remember this other report goes hourly instead of half hours. All right, just another quick few comments on the half hour reports. I went back to the half hour sales report. So in this instance, I put in Athens. I specified this coming Saturday, but I really want to look at what I did last year. So that would be the 20th instead of the 19th. So I'm going to change that to the 20th. And I hit the report, and this gives me that information. Wanted to talk about export to Excel. So on just about every report you see export to Excel. So we'll use this one to play with that. I've got the report up. I'll hit export to Excel, download report, and open up Excel. So we plan to create a video on maybe quick tips in Excel. Obviously I spend a lot of time in it, but what you can learn how to do is sort this data. So if I wanted to sort it by my total sales, which would be column I, but it's going to tell me right here total sales, largest to smallest. It's going to tell me what half hours over here on the left I had the highest sales. This is kind of my stacked rank order of when I'm selling the most. But that's just really to kind of show you that you can download things to Excel, which is important for a lot of us. Okay, that concludes this overview of the new dashboard, and appreciate your time in listening to me, and hopefully you will get a lot of good information, and this will become a very important business tool for you to use. Thank you very much.